Hello and welcome to AG Racing Central. My name is Eric. We have a new anti-gravity racer releasing on consoles very soon, which isn't something that happens every day. This game is called Flashout 3 and it has been out on PC for a while. Will this game be something that fans of AG Racing would want to pick up? Let's talk about what we know. Being a hardcore console gamer, I don't have access to the Steam version of Flashout 3, but GameBlur were kind enough to lend me some of their footage. I'll leave a link to their review of the PC version in the description and to their awesome website. In this video, I'll summarize all I've gathered about the game from various sources to help you decide if this is a game you want to pick up on release. Of course, you can also check out many reviews already uploaded on YouTube, but many gamers only play on consoles, so I wanted to make this video anyway to bring attention to the game to as many people as possible. So, in case you missed it, Flashout 3 is a futuristic racing game, and in the WipeOut / F-Zero spectrum, this game lands closer to WipeOut with its combat-focused gameplay. Apparently, the game is heavily influenced by specifically the WipeOut games, and as you can see, speed pads are present in a similar fashion, and you can also perform mid-air barrel rolls for a temporal speed increase, just as in the later WipeOut games. You may also have noticed the lack of weapon pads despite all the shooting. That's because Flashout 3 uses a weapon loadout function rather than on-track pickups, which we'll talk about in a bit. The game has a campaign, single race mode and split-screen co-op, but no online component unfortunately. The game has support for VR though, which looks pretty neat. The campaign is probably where you'll spend most of your time, and in Flashout 3 you start off by selecting one of two main characters, Bee or Silas. They both have their own backstories and one unique weapon each, but according to reviews that are up, nothing about which character you select will affect anything during the course of the campaign. The campaign itself consists of a grid-like hub with series of racing events taking place one after another. The different events include races where you use your weapons to disrupt or destroy your competitors, and also elimination-style events where shooting your opposition is what will get you the win rather than finishing first. There are also pure time trials and knockout events where the last ship on each lap gets eliminated. Simply put, it's a tried and true formula. As you progress through the campaign, you unlock different types of weapons and ships among other things. One semi-unique aspect is that you have a loadout that you select before each race, similar to the system used in Pacer. You have 3 slots for offensive and defensive weapons of different kinds, but you also have the ship's energy attribute to take into account. All weapons and gadgets require a set amount of energy from the ship's pool, resulting in a neat way of stopping players from selecting the most powerful gear in the same loadout. What is also unique in my opinion is the ship design and art style. Even though the game allegedly plays a lot like WipeOut, Flashout 3 certainly has its own art direction. The ship's design is pointy and aggressive with customizable illuminated stripes. The huge weapons that, while interchangeable, are integrated into the ship design, further emphasizing the game's focus on combat. Among all new post-WipeOut anti-gravity racing franchises that have popped up, Flashout 3 is in my opinion one that stands out, at least from a design perspective. The game has been said to be relatively short, and the races can sometimes also feel like you're playing a bullet hell game rather than a racer, and whether you like that aspect depends on your preference. As an AG racing enthusiast, I'm frankly happy the game simply exists. Like I mentioned before, the game has been out on PC for a couple of months, so many reviews are already available, and in the description I'll leave a link to GameBlur'S review that they were kind enough to allow me to capture for this video. If you have played Flashout 3 and want to reiterate or correct something that I mentioned in this video, feel free to leave a comment. Flashout 3 is out on the 10th of March for PlayStation, Xbox and Nintendo Switch. If you like this video, you may want to check out my video about why I think 2023 will be a good year for anti-gravity racing games. Thank you for watching. I'm Eric from AG Racing Central and I'll see you in the next video.